Prepare yourself for a whole new breed of athlete. Tonight, North America's greatest gamers face the biggest question of their lives. Am I good enough to be chosen in the first ever professional gaming draft? The answer will come from 6 cutthroat GMs who'll do whatever it takes to get their hands on the sport's biggest stars, including DOA god Master and the death-defying Counter-Strike teams Complexity and 3D. When the dust settles, pro gaming will have its first rookie class, and for the rest, it's game over for now.
Bring on the draft, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Straight from the pinnacle of Western civilization, the PlayBoy Mansion in Los Angeles.
Welcome back. You know what time it is? It's story time. So if any of you guys have been following me for a long time, you guys already know that I was drafted to an official team back in 2007. But what a lot of people don't seem to realize is that I was at the PlayBoy Mansion during the draft. So like that happened there at the PlayBoy Mansion. So let me tell you my experience at the PlayBoy Mansion. I never told this story to anybody, so it's kind of like exclusive. You guys don't see a whole lot of video about it. You know, like, hey, if I was there, you know, I'd be there. Maybe some pictures or whatnot. Today is that day. First off, I want to talk about how excited I was because let's be honest, it's the PlayBoy Mansion. And second of all, I'm getting drafted to an official team. That's like a dream come true for anybody that's like a competitor in video games. As soon as we get there, there's like cameras being set up and, you know, they're trying to do a couple of, you know, promos, you know, a player doing this at the PlayBoy Mansion, another player doing that. You know, I was at the arcade that they have there. Hugh Hefner, you know, he knows video games, so he has like a whole arcade, literally like a whole dedicated arcade. I remember playing a pinball game where if you kept getting all the letters and you won, you get to see the girls all naked. It was funny, man. It was like, of course Hugh Hefner would have this game. Why not? After we all did our own little part and we did our promo, we all started walking around the mansion because it was time for the draft. And as we're walking around the mansion, this guy has a whole zoo. Like Hugh Hefner has like monkeys and peacocks on top of trees. I don't even know how the peacock got on top of the tree, but it was up there. And we all get seated, you know, we get our designated seating areas, like, you know, Master, you're gonna sit there, King, you're gonna sit there, Vanessa, you know, Swoozy, there you go. Like everybody knew where they had to sit down. Your names are on the chairs. Everybody's excited. You're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? It was an unbelievable experience, really. Like I never talk about it, you know. Nobody ever knew about it. Whenever somebody brings it up, it's like, hey, I heard, you know, you were at the PlayBoy Mansion. I'm like, yeah, that was at the PlayBoy Mansion, big deal. How about you? You weren't there? I always think of like whatever, you know. I don't get starstruck, I don't get like amazed, but you know, some of the things I always forget, you know, I did that, you know what I'm saying? That was something that I did in my lifetime that a lot of people don't get to do. So now I get to explain that story in much greater detail. So we're all there, you know, all the top players, you know, essentially in the world or at least in North America are there, you know, they're competing and they went to the combine and now it's like the moment of truth, right? At first, you know, there was a lot of talk about who's gonna be the first drafted player. Not gonna lie, everybody thought it was gonna be me. Like, hands down, everyone's like, Master's gonna be the first person ever drafted. He's gonna be, hands down, the #1 pick.
Fatality, what do you say?
I think it's gonna be pretty easy for her. I mean, a lot of people thought Master might go first round, but a lot of people were having doubts. Someone else might go first round, you never know.
Well, let's talk about who might go first round. I'm holding in my hand right here a piece of paper that might have that first name, and I am...
Then people started thinking about, you know, wait a minute, you know, who can get us points, you know, consistently, but also not lose as many points. And all of a sudden, this little girl named Vanessa had to pop up out of nowhere. You see, the thing about Vanessa, though, is that Vanessa competes at a level of the guys. And since she was only going to be playing nothing but girls, her competition wasn't as thick. Not to say she didn't have any competition, but she was just a dominant force. It's like, it's unbelievable. I wasn't salty about it. Really, I wasn't really that salty. But it was hilarious because to me, I was like, I just want to get drafted. I mean, I know I'm going to get drafted. You know, I'm in the seat and it's like, Susie's looking over my shoulder. He's like,
how does it feel to know that you're going to get drafted today? You're about to get paid to be the best today.
And I was just thinking in my head, like, I'm excited. Like, I just want to get drafted. I'm at the PlayBoy Mansion. Let's make this happen. So sure enough, you know, Vanessa gets drafted first. You know, congratulations to her. She was the first female player to get drafted and first player period to get drafted in an official, you know, national league. Soon after I got drafted. And you know, a lot of people were wondering, you know, which team I was going to go on. And, you know, behind the scenes, you know, I was talking to Alex at the time, and we were like, okay, if I draft you first, you know, I'm putting a lot of weight on you, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting my CS team out there. Somebody's saying they might take them. There was a lot of discussion, a lot of mind games between managers. So when he told me, like, hey, man, please make sure that you're going to be able to, you know, pull through. And I was like, I got you, man. Just draft me. I'm here.
Now, let's explain for those who don't know. Alex has a relationship. He founded the Jack's Money crew. That is his crew. It's a Counter-Strike source crew. Does he stick with his crew? And Jonathan, you talked before, Fatality, about how difficult it is to break those relationships. What's going through his head?
It's difficult to tell. There have been a lot of mind games. I'm not going to reveal everything because I think that's a big problem.
Venom,
but there have
30
been some
seconds.
gamesmanship, shall we say, going
Right.
on between a couple of these general managers, one of which may well have forced Alex's hand into actually picking his Counter-Strike source team. Now, I don't think that's necessarily the best pick this round. For me, it's got to be Master or it's got to be Chomper.
All right, let's find out. Curveball or JMC? Back to Striker.
Thank you, Andrew. Commissioner, still the first round. Take the honors, my friend.
So although he had a Counter-Strike team, he went ahead and rolled the dice and he said, you know what, I'm picking Master. He's going to be my first round pick. I'm not going to lie, I was already like excited as soon as they said DOA male. I got up. Like when I get up, the commissioner looked at me like, what's wrong with you? Like, what are you doing? And I'm looking at him, what's wrong with you? Say my name already. Let's go.
With the third pick in the draft, Dallas Venom selects from Dead or Alive 4 Man. Their selection is Master.
So the moment he said DOA male, I was like, that's it. It's a wrap, guys. I'm out this piece. I'm about to get out of here and go, you know, to my official team. And he calls my name and I run up there practically. Stop. This video is getting a little too long. We're gonna have to make it a 2-part video. If you guys wanna catch the rest of the video, you guys know where to find me. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Got a lot of things going on. See you then.